I'm thinking of getting divorced, is the question I hear from a lot of married people that I come across. Hi, everybody. My name is Annie. This is Annie Unleashed. If you're new, welcome to the community. And if you're coming back, thank you so much for your support and your comments, your subscriptions, and for your conversation. I appreciate you. Now, a lot of people come to me with this question. I'm thinking of getting divorced, or should I get divorced? Because two reasons. One, I'm a financial planner that can help people get through that and know what to think about and what to consider. And two, I've been through it myself. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that I posted my whole divorce story a few months ago. So feel free to explore. I also have a video on how friends can help you get through divorce. However, I'm not all for divorce just because I've gone through it myself. I think a lot of people who are thinking about it, contemplating it, seeking guidance on it will say this to me. I'm thinking of going through divorce, thinking I might say, yeah, go for it. You should. That other person, like, they don't deserve you. But divorce is not contagious. And if you really learn from the experience or from any breakup, you know that relationship was an opportunity to show you what are the areas that you need to work on and what are the areas, parts of you that you can celebrate. A recent conversation that I had this week with somebody when they told me, I'm thinking of getting divorced, went like this. So instead of saying, yeah, you should do that, they're not treating you right, kick their butt to the curb. My question was, why? And what will that change in your life? Now, I could guide people through the financial aspect, and I'll give you some pointers right now. Before you do anything, get the right advice, get legal advice, get some guidance from a financial planner who knows how these things work out, the things to be considered, what numbers you really need to think about before you do anything. And if they've been through it themselves, like I have, what are some real life things you should consider, especially if you have kids? And maybe you have a career, maybe you don't, but there's some real life things you need to consider, including government benefits, all those types of things. And that's not the whole picture. Most people think divorce is all about the money because a lot of people make it out to be. A lot of TV shows and movies make it all about, oh, they're trying to take my money and all this. And there's definitely a part of that. And there is a component of self-reflection. There's a component of, what is this trying to teach me about myself? Like any relationship. Now, one of the things I learned from that breakup, the divorce breakup, was I thought that if I just divorced and broke up with this person and got them away from me, out of my life, out of my house, that would be the end of it. But in fact, that was just the beginning of the journey. And while I did get myself out of debt, because I took his debt into my name, that's in the video called My Divorce Story. And I didn't necessarily make logical financial decisions while I was in the relationship. After I wanted to separate, that was the opportunity for me to rework, not just how do I get out of debt and start to save and create a better life for myself, but why did I make those decisions in the first place? Why did I feel the need to save somebody financially? Why did I feel the need to take on somebody else's debt when it actually doesn't make any sense? So there was a lot of aspects to divorce that I wasn't expecting. And the relationship's never really done when you have kids. The relationship changes, and I had to learn to create certain boundaries and ways of communicating that were healthy. But really, my question to this person was, what will change if you get divorced? Because if you haven't done the work on yourself as to why you don't feel valued, is it because you haven't spoken your needs? Or maybe you have and they haven't listened? And did you have the opportunity to work through that? Have you figured out you, and have you given yourself permission to speak up? That's a lot of the things that I see. Or have you been able to pursue your goals and dreams in a way that works for you? Maybe you didn't have the support that you were seeking. Did they know the kind of support that you needed? As someone who's been divorced, I'm actually not the first person to say, yeah, go do that thing, because I've learned that it's about you, the person, and the issues that come up or that are coming up for you right now in your relationship that you're thinking of breaking up from will likely repeat unless you've done some of the inner work, unless you've asked yourself the questions around, why am I allowing this? Why do I accept this in the relationship? How has this become the way that I operate in a relationship? Why do I attract these kinds of people in my life? If you can't tackle that question, the money problem is not your biggest problem. And this is coming from a financial planner, right? I've been in financial services for over 20 plus years. And I'm telling you that the money problem, that's something that you can deal with. You get a professional, they walk you through it. You sign the contract, the payments are done, and then that's it, unless you have kids. And you're still left with all the things that you were unhappy with, dissatisfied with, didn't make progress with for you. The only person that is blocking you, stopping you, getting in your way, oftentimes is you. Take a moment. That's either a hard pill to swallow or a moment of relief that I just gave you. An opportunity, if you will, because it is an opportunity for you to take a step back and say, oh, that means that if it's in my hands, that I can do something about this. I'll leave you with that for now. If this resonated with you, type a question or a comment in the chat and let me know what you want to know more about this. If there's something more you want me to really dive into, and I'm happy to do so. See you in the next one. Take care.